The elephant is one of the most majestic and iconic animals found on the continent of Africa. Found in 37 countries, African elephants can be spotted from the sub-Sahara to the rainforests of Central and West Africa. Their distinctive trunks can weigh over 300 pounds and carry over 3 gallons of water. Their massive ears, which help the elephants keep cool in the blazing sun, are iconically shaped like their home continent. A typical adult elephant boasts a brain of about 13 pounds. The behavioral ecology of elephants hinges upon the sophisticated cognition enabled by this massive organ. Elephants have a high capacity for causal reasoning, self-recognition, memory, and numerical cognition. As one of the most intelligent mammals, elephants put these abilities to good use. They're one of the most socially complex animals in the world. And in complex social structures, it's not only innate intelligence that matters. Accumulated social experiences passed down by teaching and learning are incredibly important. Because wisdom is acquired, the longevity of an elephant is key to producing an environment in which the elders of a herd can be relied upon as a source of knowledge. African elephants can expect to live from 60 to 70 years in the wild, a longevity that us humans have only achieved with the help of modern medicine. Why do elephants have long lives? Socially, the eldest among an elephant herd are said to act as repositories of knowledge. Elephant societies are matriarchal. An older female will typically coordinate group travel, holding in their memory the locations of crucial water and food sources. Their decisions must also be dynamic to droughts. Additionally, matriarchs play a crucial role in defending the herd from predators. For instance, elephants bunch together as a defensive formation in response to threats. Researchers have found that families with matriarchs of at least 55 years were several thousand times more likely to bunch up in response to unfamiliar elephant calls than relatively familiar calls. In comparison, the probability of bunching in response to unfamiliar calls for families with young matriarchs around 35 years was only increased by 1.4 times under the same conditions. Being able to discern which calls come from elephants that haven't associated with the herd requires a matriarch to have a knowledge repository of hundreds of different calls, which she built up for decades. Of course, not every female is the matriarch. African elephants can live for as long as 16 years after producing all of their offspring. So why hasn't natural selection favored a sooner death once a female's reproductive cycle has ended? Especially in females, wisdom is transmitted not only from one generation to the next, but from grandmother to grandchild. This is important for all elephant families. Researchers have concluded that African elephants will actively grandmother calves, providing protection and social cohesion, even while also mothering their own calves. And early calf survival is enhanced by the presence of a grandmother in a family. An elephant's longevity is positively correlated with its reproductive success. And while elephants ideally enjoy the long lives which help them thrive, studies have shown that more African elephants are dying than being born. And more than dying, they're being killed, and humans are the ones killing them. Although it's specifically illegal poachers who killed about 1 in 12 African elephants in 2011, it is a failure of government policy which left space for illicit international markets and ultimately led us to this dire condition. The comprehensive census of African elephants found that the population decreased by nearly a third from 2007 to 2014. In the past decade, the elephant population of Central Africa has been decimated, falling by 64%. African elephants are so commonly poached for their ivory tusks that some researchers say that they're being artificially selected to be born without them. African elephants are a keystone species playing important ecological roles such as spreading seeds across the savanna. Unless we want to see elephant populations continue to dwindle and eventually disappear from the earth, we would be wise to get involved and help put an end to the international ivory market, which has been pushing this beloved species toward extinction.